Howdy. Today we are studying Antonio Vivaldi, great Italian composer, and a virtuoso violinist as well. Last week we looked at the idea of the concerto, where one instrument plays out in front of the orchestra. Vivaldi wrote a number of pieces known as a Concerto Grosso. This is a piece that features a small group of instruments along with the orchestra. This one we're going to look at today was written in the 1720s, just to give you an idea about when we're looking at. In the Concerto Grosso, the two groups, there's the solo group and the full orchestra, and they're known by specific names. The small group is called the concertino, and the ripieno is everyone else. There's also the harpsichord and the cello, and they call that the basso continuo, but that's a whole separate issue. Vivaldi was known as the Red Priest because under his powdered wig, he had red hair. He was a ginger, so you got to be careful about them. He was asthmatic and had to deal with that all of his life. Lived in Venice, a lot of it, 30 years. He worked at an orphanage, actually, in Venice. I've actually been there, and I got a picture next to the plaque on the wall that said Antonio Vivaldi taught here. Il Prete Rosso, the Red Priest. That's what it says on the little plaque. But while he taught violin at this orphanage. And it was mostly girls. So he taught all these wonderful pieces of music to little girls. It is said that he wrote 230 violin concertos. That's a lot. It's also said that some people think they all sound the same. So the joke is that he wrote one concerto 230 times. I don't know. I'm not really one to think that, but they all have their own little flavor. The work that he is best known for is called The Four Seasons. You've probably heard variations of that. It's used in popular culture references all the time. He also wrote quite a few operas in the grand Italian style. He actually wrote 46 of them that have survived until today, and they're actually produced pretty frequently. The day he was born in Venice, there was an earthquake. That's a kind of an omen. I don't know if it's a good one or a bad one, but it's an omen. Okay, let us now take a listen to this concerto for two violins, two recorders, two oboes, and a bassoon, along with the orchestra. So you'll hear all this. We'll see how much of it we can get through here. Well, there you have it. Next week, we will look at one of the most loved and hated pieces in all of music history, Pachelbel Canon. Enjoy.